Did you know the world's largest passenger airplane, the A380, weighs approximately 590 tons? That's almost as heavy as 80 elephants. A leap from such a weighty fact. Let's journey back to the humble beginnings of aviation. It all started with two brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright. In the early 20th century, these two bicycle mechanics from Dayton, Ohio, dared to dream the impossible: human flight. They spent years tinkering with designs, engines, and wing structures. The culmination of their hard work was the Wright Flyer, a fragile contraption of wood, wire, and cloth. On December 17, 1903, this machine made the first powered, controlled, and sustained flight, covering a distance of 120 feet in a mere 12 seconds. Fast forward to 1914, and we find ourselves in St. Petersburg, Florida, witnessing the birth of commercial aviation. The world's first scheduled passenger airline service, the St. Petersburg-Tampa airboat line, took to the skies. The 23-minute flight across Tampa Bay was piloted by Tony Janis and carried just one passenger. The fare, a hefty $35, a princely sum in those days. The decades that followed saw an explosion of growth in the aviation industry, spurred by the two world wars. Aircraft evolved from simple single-engine biplanes to sleek, powerful machines capable of breaking the sound barrier. The jet age was ushered in, revolutionizing air travel. The world became smaller, more accessible. Today we have behemoths like the Boeing 747 and the Airbus A380, capable of carrying hundreds of passengers across continents without a single stop. Commercial aviation has become a critical component of global connectivity, transporting over 4 billion passengers annually pre-pandemic. So the next time you find yourself gazing up at a plane streaking across the sky, remember the incredible journey aviation has taken. From a 12-second flight covering 120 feet to a non-stop journey halfway around the world, aviation has certainly come a long way. Have you ever wondered how planes actually stay up in the air? Well, the mystery behind this astounding feat lies in the principles of aerodynamics. Let's break this down into a language we all understand. First off, we have the marvel of air pressure. Think about it like this. When you're swimming, you feel the water pushing against you, right? That's pressure. Now, air does the same thing, even though we can't see it. Airplanes use this to their advantage. The wings of an aircraft are designed in a specific shape, flat at the bottom and curved on top. This shape is called an airfoil. When the plane moves forward, air splits to pass over and under this airfoil. The air above the wing has to travel a longer distance than the air below it, so it moves faster. According to a principle called Bernoulli's theorem, faster moving air creates less pressure, so there's higher pressure pushing up from below the wing than there is pressure pushing down from above. This difference in pressure creates lift, which is what keeps the airplane up in the air. But lift isn't enough on its own. The plane needs to move forward to keep the air flowing over the wings. That's where the engines come in. They provide the thrust, pushing the airplane forward against the drag, the force that resists the movement of the plane through the air. The engines have to generate enough thrust to overcome the drag and keep the plane moving forward. And then there's gravity, always pulling the plane down towards the earth. The lift generated by the wings must be greater than the force of gravity for the plane to rise. So the next time you're soaring through the clouds, you'll know exactly what's keeping you up there. In the grand ballet of flight, each element, air pressure, wing design, and engine power, plays a crucial role. And the understanding of these principles is what allows us to conquer the skies. Air travel is not just about getting from point A to B, it also has a significant impact on our planet. When we talk about the environmental implications of air travel, two major factors immediately come to mind: carbon emissions and noise pollution. Let's first consider carbon emissions. A single long-haul flight can produce more carbon dioxide per passenger than many people generate in an entire year. That's quite a footprint, isn't it? Now magnify that by the billions of flights taken annually, and you can see the scale of the problem. Air travel contributes to around 2% of the world's total carbon emissions. While this might seem small in the grand scheme of things, it's a figure that's been steadily rising. And with more people hopping on planes every year, it's a trend that's set to continue unless we take action. Noise pollution is another environmental concern. Aircraft noise can have significant impacts on communities living near airports, disrupting sleep and causing stress. It's a less visible but equally important aspect of aviation's environmental footprint. But it's not all doom and gloom. The aviation industry is actively seeking ways to reduce its environmental impact. From developing more fuel-efficient engines to exploring alternative fuels, there are several initiatives underway. For instance, some airlines are now using biofuels, which can significantly reduce carbon emissions compared to conventional jet fuel. Looking ahead, the future of eco-friendly air travel is promising. There's ongoing research into electric and hybrid aircraft, which could revolutionize the industry. Imagine a world where planes are powered by renewable energy. It sounds like science fiction, but it could be closer than we think. The bottom line, air travel has its environmental challenges, no doubt. But remember, the aviation industry is not standing still. It's working tirelessly to innovate and evolve, making strides towards a greener future. So next time you board a flight, consider the impact, but also remember the progress being made. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. While air travel has its environmental challenges, the aviation industry is making strides towards a greener future. The world of aviation is always evolving, bringing us closer to the future we've always dreamed of. As we look ahead, we see a future where electric planes are not just a concept, but a reality. These advancements are not only eco-friendly, but they could also revolutionize the way we travel. Imagine a world where personal air vehicles are as common as cars. Drone technology is paving the way for this future, promising a new era of convenience and efficiency. But the future of aviation doesn't stop at our atmosphere. The prospect of commercial space travel is more tangible than ever, with companies like SpaceX leading the charge. In this ever-changing industry, we're constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. From the Wright brothers to SpaceX, the sky has never been the limit for human innovation. Who knows what the future of flight holds?